So I came across this tweet on Twitter because that's where you get tweets from, Twitter. As an interesting point of discussion, I wanted to bring it up. Let's talk about it. So, if the Cowboys drafted Mr. Robinson, assuming he's available, I hope he's not, do you trust Mike and Brian to get the most out of him and the offense as play callers? So, this is an interesting question. The question really is, do you trust Mike and Brian? I don't, in terms of play calling. We don't know what to expect from them, only on previous stints as play callers. And Mike has said a lot of things as he's taken over the play calling rules here in this offseason. A lot of interesting things, which throw some doubt on my confidence in him as a coach. But that's for another time, right? Mike has said he wants to run the damn ball, right? And I don't believe him for a second that he wants to run the damn ball. Now, this year, I think we had a pretty good balance. We were 45% of the time we ran the ball. That's not, terrible. That's a pretty good mix, considering this is a heavy passing league these days. Now, as far as Mike goes, Mike has never been a run-heavy play caller. Go back and look his time as a play caller in Green Bay. And, of course, he had one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, you're going to put it in his hands. But I think the closest he's been to having anywhere near the top 10 was 12. He ranked 12 in rushing attempts twice in his time in Green Bay. So when he says, I want to run the damn ball, I don't really believe him. Now I hope it's true. I think it's better for this team the way it's situated to run the ball more. I think it helps Dak. I think it helps your defense. And but I don't know that we'll be able to, right? We don't have Zeke. Not that Zeke was, a picture of production these last couple of years. He was still helpful, especially in short yardage. Those grinded out yards. And we have Tony Pollard. And he's not the type of bell cow that Zeke is. I think he's going to be good if he's healthy, if he recovers. There's big questions with your running back position, right? And so when I say, I don't want to draft Robinson there, I mean that. Like, would he be helpful? Yes, of course. I think he's a great running back. He's top in the draft. I saw him play a couple times at Texas this year. Really, really talented player. Definitely think he would be helped. But I don't think that's how you win games. I don't think that's how you build rosters to win games, right? We talk about, especially in 2021 when we lost to the Niners, what did we talk about? Well, we got bullied, right? And the best way not to be bullied by other teams is to strengthen your offensive and defensive lines. That's how you take care of being bullied. We got bullied a lot this year too on defense. Our run defense was suspect all year. We shorted up a little bit when we got Jonathan Hankins. He was a big help. And we did some things there at the end of the year scheme-wise to try to, make things a little bit better. But there was games where, teams came in and said they were going to run the ball and committed to it. And they did, and it hurt us. So I think at 26, I want to see an offensive line. This is a deep offensive line draft. I don't care what position, tackle, center, guard, any one of those will help this team, right? Shore up something, help this offensive line be stronger. When we think about that 2014 season, our offensive line was great. They went in and bullied teams. That's why we were so successful that year. That's why we were able to make a playoff run. That's why we were able to almost get deep into that season, because that offensive line, covered a multitude of roster deficiencies on that team. And it allowed us to play to a strength, having that running game, protecting Romo. That made you competitive. By having an elite unit on your team, it makes you competitive and shore up some of your other deficiencies, especially at skill positions. So what I want to see, I don't want to see Mr. Robinson drafted. Hopefully he's gone. I want to see offensive interior lineman or defensive interior lineman. That's how you win games. That's how you shore up your team. And I want to see more of that being built into our offense and our defense. And hopefully the front office, focuses more on those elements. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys want to see? What do you think you trust Mike or Brian to use a player like that? Whether you even want to see it. And let's continue the conversation. All right, thanks, guys. Go Cowboys.